But I realized that I was wrong. Sex is very, very important, and it can heal a lot of blockages that you didn't even know exist. When me and my ex had sex, there was a certain gateway to the divine that was opened, because he was the first person that I've ever had sex with that said, "I love you" during sex. Well, hello, my lovely islanders. It's Sydney Island here. That is Island with the Y, not an S. And man, it feels good to be back, and it feels good to say that. That being said, I haven't been gone off of YouTube. I've actually just been active on my other channel. Go check that channel out. The link for that channel will be in the description box below. I've been very much active on that channel. I recently posted a video called "Sleeping Around is Not Empowering." It ain't. The dangers of hookup culture. We talked about that. I also, y'all, the one that I'm most excited about and the one that's getting the most views compared to my most recent videos is the one all about how I manifested my very own apartment from homelessness. It's freaking incredible. I feel really, really, really blessed. Go check that video out. I gave you all a cute little apartment tour, and I had a lot of fun filming it, so go ahead and check that out. And I know, I've been gone from this channel for 3 months. I know, you ain't gotta tell me.
You ain't gotta badger me about it. Dang, get off my bouteille about it.
Shoot, I know. I did like that, like I thought I had a, I was about to do the sassy hair flip. I thought I had a twist on my shoulder. It's not even a twist, it's a faux lock. Let's just jump right into the topic of the video. I'm really excited to talk about this. This is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a little while, but I just really wasn't quite ready yet. I wasn't even quite ready to come back to this channel because, y'all, I've been doing a whole lot of stuff in my personal life, hence why I wasn't active on this channel. I just moved into my new apartment. The move for that was challenging within itself. I wanted to be active, but it was just too much going on. So I'm finally here, and I'm finally in a space where I can film videos however long, whenever I want. My job has been closed. Because of a pipe busting, and so there's water damage, and it's been closed for the past 3 weeks. So I've had all this space and time to film YouTube videos. Sex with my Scorpio ex-boyfriend, it helped to heal a significant sexual blockage in my sacral chakra, okay? Let's just leave it up to me. Leave it up to Sydney to describe it like that, right? Me and my ex, we did make a video on this channel talking about astrology and zodiac signs and stuff, and I took the video down because we broke up. So, whoo boy, y'all stanky Scorpios, y'all sexy, but stanky Scorpios. As your opposite sign, Taurus, we are super drawn to y'all. Like, it is insane. The chemistry that I have with Scorpios is out of this world. It's always so spiritual, you know? Most of the time. And with my ex, it was very spiritual. And the sexual chemistry between a Taurus and Scorpio is otherworldly.
Like, how can nobody tell me that it was like that?
Like, I was over here making sex with a Scorpio and why Scorpios are so sexy, thinking that I knew what I was talking about. And then I have this experience and I'm like, girl, if only you knew, sis. If only you knew.
The sex with a Scorpio will change your life.
And at the time, I had not had sex with a Scorpio. When I was making why Scorpios are so sexy, I was speaking from research, years of research, but not from my own personal experience. Okay, so now this video is from my own personal experience of being in a relationship with a Scorpio man for 4 months, but being sexually active with him for, I think it was 7 months. Cause yeah, I did it. We was friends with benefits when we broke up because we was like, we're just be friends, but we have this amazing sexual chemistry, but neither one of us are ready to be in a relationship. So let's just, we both had a good friendship. We had good communication and really good sexual chemistry. And I don't regret it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't regret being friends with benefits with him because he was my boyfriend at one time and I was very comfortable with him. Now, being friends with benefits with a rando guy that don't respect me, don't give a damn about me, nah, I don't do that. Respect yourself, ladies. What I'm about to say is something that I never thought that I would say, but I believe that a huge part of why my ex was sent into my life was to help me to heal sexual trauma. Sounds weird, but yeah, I feel like a huge part of the healing aspect of our relationship was sexual. And me growing up like very Christian and not losing my virginity till later than usual, I always just thought that sex shouldn't be the centerpiece, that a relationship should be built more on love and, romance. And, I'm a Taurus, okay? Planet Venus, okay? Love, love, love. But I realized that I was wrong. Sex is very, very important, and it can heal a lot of blockages that you didn't even know exist. When me and my ex had sex, there was a certain gateway to the divine that was opened. Because he was the first person that I've ever had sex with that said, "I love you" during sex. And me being this sensitive, mushy gushy kind of person, that was really, really comforting and cushioning for me in a way that I didn't even realize I needed. Because I had been allowing myself to have very uncomfortable sex, having sex with guys that I could feel energetically, and I didn't even have to really even feel it, but I could tell that they just didn't care about me and they didn't respect me. And it's because I didn't respect myself. I didn't go about sex in the smartest ways. And so before my Scorpio ex came into my life, I decided to be celibate. And I was celibate for like several months. I can't remember. I think it was like, I don't know how many months, but I decided to be celibate for several months. Like, I don't know. I don't even remember. I think maybe 5 to 7 months. I honestly cannot remember. But I decided to be celibate for several months because I was tired of having loveless sex. And so I remember telling myself, the next time that I have sex, I'm going to feel loved. I'm going to feel cherished. And I manifested it. Just like I manifested this new apartment. Hallelujah. I'm the manifestation queen, y'all. I'm a manifestation geek up in this mug. I love to manifest. And it works. It's just so, it's just so, like, it makes you feel so powerful to know that you can literally have whatever you want in your life just by believing in it. And I manifested him pretty much. I was like, the next time, and I manifested the sex. I said, the next time I have sex, it is going to be divine. And I'm so glad that I'm making this video because I'm realizing that this is what I need to do with my new man, which is something that I have not done. So thank you, Sydney. Kiss your brain. So I remember when I was staying at my mom's and I was single, I was like, I'm tired of having sex in these trifling, uncomfortable ways with these dudes that don't actually care about me. I had this older man who was 1 year from 40, who just like that, because he liked me so much. Well, he did actually really like me. I don't know why I'm putting the quote fingers, but because he liked me so much that he instantly decided to make me his girlfriend, and we were just talking over a dating app. And I got sexual with this man, and I just felt like it was out of pressure because he was so domineering and controlling. He was an Aries. I don't know. I love y'all Aries, but y'all get around. We ain't gonna talk about that. So after that, I had enough. I felt depressed after I was sexual with that man because contracting energy through sex is a thing. contracting spirits through sex is a thing, and I speak about this on my other channel, the Sleeping Around is Not Empowering video that I keep trying to direct y'all to. I talked about contracting spirits through sex. There's such thing as spiritual STDs. I've never had an STD or anything like that, praise God. But I definitely have felt negative spirits from sexual partners come on to me, and right afterwards I felt so depressed, and that's how I felt with that older man. I felt so depressed and low and like almost like I wanted to die. Like my energy, I just felt so drained, and I knew that it was some type of spirit. It was some type of spirit that I had contracted from him, and we didn't even have sex. I was sexual with him, but I didn't actually let him penetrate me. And after that, I'm like, I've had enough. Because that's not the first time that I've had a sexual experience where I left feeling completely depleted and dissatisfied. So after that, I'm like, oh, hell no.
I can't do this.
I don't like this. I'm a woman. I'm a Black queen. I need to value myself more. So I just went into like, what's the word I'm looking for? I went into self-preservation mode. I went into take care of Sydney mode. And I was just like, no ma'am. So I was celibate for months, and I told myself that the next time I have sex with a guy, it's going to be divine. He's going to take me out on a date first. He's going to love me. He's going to care for me. And that's exactly what I got. So my Scorpio ex, we met on Hinge actually. And bro, the way that this dude messaged me, the way that his energy came into my life, it was like, whoa. Like I know it was some type of karmic soul tie relationship. I know for a fact. We both agreed on the fact that it was a past life connection. It was a past life relationship. And the way that he came into my life on Hinge, he sent me this deep message asking me a question about spirituality. And it was so deep and complex compared to the messages that all the other guys on Hinge have been messaging me with, that I was like, whoa, there's something different about him. Like, and I liked that so much, but it was like his question was so deep that I couldn't even answer it in that moment. I had to put my phone down and think about that for a minute. I can't remember what the question was because he asked a lot of deep, spiritually inclined questions, which was why I was with him, because I'm a very spiritual person. And we had just super strong spirit. Like, oh my God, this relationship was so spiritual and so intense and so passionate and just so abrupt and chaotic. And that's Scorpios for you. That's freaking Scorpios for you. Say what you want about Scorpios. They can be very pessimistic and moody and rude, just outright rude and selfish and all those things. But one thing you can't say about a Scorpio is that they don't change your life when they come into your life. Because Scorpios, every Scorpio I've ever met, they always come into my life and change my life and transform my life. They always teach me really huge lessons. They usually help me to transition to another period of my life. And that's exactly what he did. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be here in Memphis, out of my home city. You know, I called him and he came to the rescue. You know, he came to the rescue, and he came through for me like a man, you know. And you know, he paid for my food, and he took me bowling, and he took me on an actual date. He did everything that I wanted a man to do. Like, y'all, if anybody knows me personally, you'll know that I'm very picky. So the fact that I finally found somebody that actually had more green flags than red flags and actually did what I felt a man was supposed to do, that's why I made him my boyfriend. Because I'm the type of person where I don't make just anybody my boyfriend. Like, I'm the type of person where I would rather be single than to have a crappy boyfriend. So yeah, I like this video. I forgot to mention the timelines, like the time period of when all this happened. We broke up in August of just last year, 2023. And I left his home just literally in, I think it was October of 2023. So it really wasn't that long ago that he left my life, that we completely like went our separate ways and was no longer intertwined with each other in any way. It was October of 2023, I believe. And I know for a fact that we broke up in August, because that was when Venus went retrograde in Leo, when everybody was breaking up during that time, because that's breakup season. I made a video on this channel about that. So if y'all want to check back on that video and be like, no wonder me and my boyfriend broke up around this time, and how to prepare next time Venus goes retrograde in Leo, go check that video out. The reason why I would say that this relationship was so sexually healing was because of the I love yous, number one. That's one aspect. But it was also the fact that we would repeat affirmations to each other during sex, which is honestly something that I had always dreamt of doing. Sorry, Snapchat made a sound from my other phone. So it's something that I always dreamt of doing, was we would repeat to each other like, I deserve pleasure, you deserve pleasure, we deserve pleasure. And there was one time when we was doing that I broke down in tears during sex, because I, in that moment, did not realize how resistant I was to receive pleasure, and how much I felt I didn't deserve pleasure. It wasn't until that moment that I realized that if it wasn't for his healing energy while we were saying those words, it just would not have been as special. Like, as much as he got on my nerves and he did do me dirty in many ways, he was a healer and I was a healer for him. We both healed each other. You know, he told me that I kind of brought hope to him when it came to like women, you know, like it made him realize that there are good women out there, you know. And he told me that, you know, after we broke up, because we had a conversation afterwards and I was upset. I remember I was crying to him, you know, because of the way that he was trying to, like, I don't even want to go into the details of it, but the way that he was trying to get rid of me, it broke my heart, you know. And I felt really just hurt, because I really cared about him. And we had a conversation a couple days after he broke up with me, and he told me, like, now I have a lot more hope for women. I have a lot more hope for my love life because of you. I know that there are good women out there because of you. And he told me a lot of positive things about me as a partner, and he gave me closure. He said everything that I really needed to hear, because growing up, there's a lot I wanted to hear, but I didn't. I got a lot of judgment, a lot of condemnation, and a lot of hate from my family. And so it was just a relief to my ears to hear that, you know, I made him feel so good, you know. And he gave me a lot of closure. And one of the best parts about this relationship was the communication. The communication was what made the sex so good. The communication was what made the relationship so good. Like, I was very drawn to his energy, and I loved being around him, and he loved being around me, and just the touch that we had, it was just electric. Like, it was just one of the most, and the thing is, you know, I have a North Node in Libra, which y'all are on my astrology channel, so most of y'all know what the North Node is, which is your destiny. Is a direction that you're supposed to be going in life, which Libra, it rules relationships. And they said that with this placement, a lot of people are prone to having very spiritual experiences in their relationships, that their love life will be very spiritual, you know. And that has so far been proven to be very true, because my first boyfriend was a Pisces, and that was very spiritual. I mean, these water signs, hello, super spiritual, super intuitive people. This relationship had a lot of ups and downs, like a lot of ups and downs, a lot of bad days, but also a lot of good days too. He did some things that really rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm not sure if I want to do a story time on that or not, but he would say stuff. He had this other part of his spirituality that wasn't so divine, where he had deep interest in demons. He would talk about all these spiritual experiences that he had, with people in his life, that his niece could channel spirits and that they would talk to him because he was some type of spirit lord. And honestly, sometimes I'm like, are you schizophrenic or is this the truth? Like, I'm not even kidding. Because somebody in the comments help me to understand, like, he would talk about all these different spiritual experiences that he would have, and some of them were demonic, like straight up. Like, I feel uncomfortable talking about it. But I honestly would rather make a separate video talking about that, because this is really just about the sexual aspect of it. So the sex was out of this world. Scorpios are y'all some freaks. Like, y'all just always want to get it in. Like, that was the thing. It was crazy. And this is something I did not even expect. But like, when I tell you, man, I loved having sex with him. Like, I loved having sex with him because I felt that he had this perfect mixture of feminine and masculine energy that I found to be very healing, because he was very gentle with me. And I love it when a man can be really gentle with me, but also still be dominant. And that's what he was. And it was perfect. Honestly, it was the best sex I've ever had. Scorpios, y'all know how to get it in. Y'all know how to make love to y'all partners. Like, this is something that I can say is a fact. And this is not the first sexual experience that I've had with a Scorpio. Also, several months, it might be a year ago, I don't know, I had a sexual experience with a Scorpio female, and that also was really exciting, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a story time about that too. That was really exciting. And it's just like, y'all Scorpios, y'all just have this energy. My God. Y'all are so magnetic. It's like, I thought I was doing something when I was talking about sexy Scorpios, this and that 5 years ago on one of my most popular videos. I didn't even expect that the video would be as popular as it is. Like, it's still getting views 5 years later. Like, whoa, we passed 31K or 31K, one of them. And I did not expect that at all. And y'all really digging my sex with an Aquarius video, which is now currently my most viewed video on this channel, which has almost 32,000 views. So y'all really liking that stuff. But I really enjoyed making it. And now I have more content to talk about with sex with the signs. The more I live and experience, and the older I get, the more I have to tell y'all about. He was like me. He had crystals, we was very much alike in that way. We did a lot of spiritual stuff together, meditation together, stuff like that. He was a lot like me. Like, when I tell y'all he was my twin flame. And that's the thing about twin flames. Your twin flame is not always destined to be your spouse. Sometimes your twin flame is a relationship that's only going to last for a year, and then they will leave your life, because they're there just to be a mirror to you, to teach you something about yourself so that you can evolve as a spiritual being. That's really what the twin flame is. And he definitely was my twin flame. He said that he felt I was his twin flame, and it was because we had these uncanny, there's no way that this is a coincidence. Like, this is not a coincidence that we had so many similarities. Like, we literally had the same exact taste in music. We listened to the same artist. We had the same vibe. You know what I'm saying? We liked the same stuff, and we both had similar experiences with people in our past. And it was just, our energy, it was just the way that it was. It's like, we both would like say to each other, do you feel like it's kind of weird that we have so much in common like this? He would ask me that, like, do you ever just think about how much we have in common and just think how weird that is? Like, he definitely was like a mirror of me. And when I tell you, I learned a lot from that relationship. There was a time where I spoke in tongues during sex. And I made a video on my other channel talking about it. There was a time when I was like speaking in tongues, and he was like, don't be doing all of that chanting while we having sex. The first time he was enticed by it, he was like, whoa, what was that? I felt something come over me while you was, chanting. I'm like joking about it, but it actually is like a really like intense thing. Like, it was a real thing. Like, he called it chanting. I called it speaking in tongues. But yeah, we definitely had quite the spiritual experiences. And there was times when I dang near was having visions during sex about, oh my God, we didn't talk about it. I without a doubt have visions of who we were in past lives while we were having sex. Like, I'm not even kidding. I did have a vision of us having sex together as two different people in another country in a past life. So yeah, that was a very eye-opening relationship, and I'm very grateful that it happened. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Share this video with your friends. Give this video a big old fat thumbs up, and love yourself and love life. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye bye.